welcome to Beware of Spoilers. I am Adam. This will probably be a quick episode because my throat really hurts because I have COVID again. So I'm a little stuffy and my throat hurts if I talk for too long. But we're going to get some cool content out of this because I am going to be home for a bit. So I'm going to be watching stuff that I've been missing out on Netflix and on Disney Plus and on HBO Max and on Netflix. I said Netflix already, but whatever. So today we're going to lead off these fabulous discussions that we're going to be having over the next few days with the first new release of this batch, I guess we'll call it, Harley Quinn. The first 3 episodes of Harley Quinn have been released, and as a result, I've been able to watch them because I was able to sit on my couch and my bed and watch the first 3 episodes of Harley Quinn without being annoyed. And it's not bad, which shouldn't come as a shock to anyone because I liked the first 2 seasons, which coincidentally I watched the last time I had COVID. And the general concept of the show is Harley Quinn and Joker have broken up. They are no longer a couple, and they are now out in the world doing their own thing. Harley Quinn is out trying to make a name for herself as a villain, so she assembled a team with Clayface, King Shark, Poison Ivy, and others. And then with this, with this team, she wants to go out and take over the world. Holy crap. If I talk for too long, my throat really starts to hurt. So, Harley Quinn, she goes out and she and Poison Ivy eventually get together, and that's where the show picks up. She has left Kite Man, Poison Ivy, on her wedding day, and has rejoined with Harley Quinn, and they're now together. And Harley Quinn recognizes that Poison Ivy has helped her out so much in the past, and because she did that for her, she wants to help out Poison Ivy and reciprocate, basically. To be like, look, you did this for me, I'm going to help you out now. So they go to this place, Eden, which is a prehistoric kind of garden that Poison Ivy made way back in the day. And it's like, we're going to bring this back. So now Poison Ivy is kind of leading the team and all of that. And it's a really interesting kind of idea. And I think that that's one of the things that this show really has done well, is flipping the script and showing a comedic take on these ultra-serious DC heroes and making the villains out to take a more protagonistic role. And it's kind of interesting when all of that plays against each other over the course of this show. Like in episode 2, in an effort to teach Poison Ivy how to be a leader, like, we're going to go do an escape room. Awesome, we're going to do an escape room. So I go off to do the escape room, and at the same time, the Bat family is having a similar issue, because now Nightwing has come back after being away for a while, and he's headstrong because that's what works in Bloodhaven, and they end up working together to get out of one of Riddler's traps, and it's really kind of interesting. This subplot with James Gunn is hilarious. That's running through the entire show, with Clayface trying to be in a biopic about Thomas Wayne, with Billy Bob Thornton playing Thomas Wayne, and the only job he can get is James Gunn's chair. It's such a well done little subplot in this show that's it's the kind of thing that could get annoying if it kept going back to when it wasn't entertaining, but it works very well within what they're trying to do with the show. What else was there? I was driving around a little bit. I just couldn't sit in my room any longer, so I was going to get some fresh air. driving around. What else was there? There was the third episode is really good too, where they have like an Oscars for villains in Gotham, and I think that's one of the things the show does very well too, is that it feels like a comedic take on the entire DC universe. Like, it's not specifically Batman and Bat adjacent stuff where it's like nothing else is going on in the entire world. It's just what's going on like in Gotham. It's a full, ever-expanding DC universe that has all of these actors in it, and actors not as in, people playing characters, but actors as in roles. And then it also kind of meshes into the real world with how they bring in, real people into the show. It is so charming the entire way through. And even though Harley Quinn's the villain and Poison Ivy's the villain, you're kind of like, yeah, you do it. You do what you got to do. There's a great joke about the oral sex controversy from last season with Batman and Catwoman. That works pretty well, and I do like the expanded role that Catwoman has had in the show over the course of the run. She has a great moment in the Villainies episode, or the Villy, whatever the fuck they called it. There's also a great Kevin Spacey joke when it's like they're introducing the other villains, and it's like, we have this one and this one, and Kevin Spacey, and Joker's hosting it. It's a very funny thing overall. As you can tell, I'm not feeling great. I'm a little tired and run down, and I am very congested and my throat hurts, so we're going to keep this short. But Harley Quinn is now on HBO Max, and it's included with your Max subscription, even though it used to be on DC Universe, which was not a great service to begin with, and I got it for free for a year, and I was like, so maybe I'll watch Titans too at this time. I'll catch up on Titans and Doom Patrol. I'm way far behind on shit. This will be a good opportunity to catch up on shit while I'm stuck at home through at least Monday. So yeah. I guess we'll wrap up there for today. These are going to be short because, they're kind of non sequitur episodes, and it's like, they may be building towards Poison Ivy getting her chance to be a real villain, but at the same time, it's a comedic show. So we'll wrap up there for today. I'm going to watch The Gray Man tonight. I watched Guardians 2 last night too, but I could have watched, I don't know, anything else. What do you want me to do? I got to turn. So we'll wrap up there for today, and we'll be back with more stuff as it happens. So until then, have a great rest of your week.